If you were raised in America, corned beef hash might have been the only time you had contact with tinned corned beef. The salty, gelatinous goo packed into a tin no longer has the same allure as it did before the invention of refrigeration, which makes it possible to export fresh meat anywhere in the globe without it deteriorating. In this video, we are going to talk about the untold truth of canned corned beef. It has nothing to do with corn. The product known as corned beef does not actually include any corn, despite the name of the product. The corned portion of the name really relates to the rock salt that was utilized in the process of preserving the meat. The word corn originates from the Proto-Germanic word kernum, which meant either a seed or a piece of grain. Native English speakers used the term corn to refer to any form of grain well before they became familiar with maize in the New World. This usage of corn as a generic term dates back to the 16th century. Native Americans in the Americas introduced European colonists to their primary food source, which the Europeans at the time referred to as Indian corn. This name remained in use until the 19th century. Because large chunks of rock salt are comparable in size to a grain kernel, people began referring to them as salt corns due to their appearance. Corned was first used in writing form in the year 800, making this usage of the word extremely ancient. It was used as a replacement for Spam in kosher households. The United States Armed Forces supplied its troops with 150 million pounds of the canned ham product known as Spam during World War II. This contributed to Spam's famous past as a military ration. Because it does not need to be refrigerated before consumption and does not require cooking, canned meat offers a number of benefits that are particularly useful for military applications. How exactly did the popularity of Spam contribute to the rise of corned beef sold in cans? According to the Jewish News, the Israeli Defense Forces intended to provide their conscripts with canned meat, but they ran into a difficulty when they discovered that Spam was not kosher. Following the end of World War II, the Israel Defense Forces produced its own brand of kosher tinned corned beef known as loof. Because, when properly maintained, loof could remain viable for consumption by soldiers well into the early 21st century, the company never stopped providing it to them. In 2011, an Israeli soldier claimed that he had consumed a can of loof that was produced before he was even born. It turned out that age had no effect whatsoever on the loof, and in the words of the soldier, it wasn't horrible. The rectangular can was designed to save space. Arthur A. Libby of Chicago, Illinois, received a patent for his rectangular or trapezoidal corned beef can in the year 1875. This can is well known among consumers in the United States. Corned beef cans have a particular form that allows them to stack more efficiently than round cans. Because of this, it was perfect for the military because it cut down on transportation expenses. Despite the fact that corned beef's prime as a sustenance for the Army is now decades in the past, manufacturers have not seen a cause to meddle with a recipe that has worked for over a century. A can with a perfectly rectangular form would stack just as effectively as a can with a trapezoidal shape, but the uneven shape of a corned beef tin serves a purpose in addition to reducing the amount of space it takes up in storage. Because the can is broader on the side that you open, the delicate minced beef can be easily removed from its packaging without being damaged in the process. In the Philippines, breakfast typically consists of this dish. The Philippines may be the nation that enjoys corned beef more than any other, despite the fact that the dish originated in Europe. One of the most common items eaten for breakfast, corned beef in it plays a cultural role there that is analogous to that of bacon in the United States. A traditional Filipino breakfast often consists of fried corned beef, white rice, and eggs, and it is prepared every day by millions of home chefs across the country. It's possible that the country's version of the product is superior to the kind that's available in most of the rest of the world, which is why they love it so much. Aside from that, in the Philippines, the vast majority of canned corned beef is prepared by mincing the flesh very finely. A product called palm, which originates in New Zealand and is made of shredded beef and has a consistency comparable to pulled pork, is popular in the Philippines. So, that's it for today's video. What do you think of our video? Hit us up in the comments and let's chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for our channel so you never miss what's coming next from us. Thanks for watching.